Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Robbie Rowe Show. I am your host, Robbie Rowland, and I want to personally thank you for listening to today's episode of If It's Fair, It's Gone, with my boy Jack Flaherty.
May I have your attention, please?
You're my leader.
Now listening to Clear the Mechanism.
The Robbie Rowe Show.
The Robbie Rowe Show.
Rob.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah,
I can hear you.
there we go.
What just happened?
I don't know. I kept saying Rob.
Oh, hey, I'm Rob. Oh,
I'm Jack.
dude. So like I sent you a text. Like we're recording, man. We are so live. You couldn't be any more less than live. Dude, we got a lot to cover.
Oh, we should have gone Instagram Live too. I forgot about that.
Oh, dude.
We should have gone Instagram Live too. Dang it.
We should do that episode 5
Okay.
because So episode 5, if it's fair,
Where
it's
are we
gone.
starting?
Should be Instagram Live, and we should broadcast it too. So like 24 hours before we do it, we'll frickin' blast it out.
Yes.
Hey, so if it's fair, it's gone. Episode 4 today, though. We got a lot to cover, obviously, and I know we haven't done this in a good minute, right?
It has been a little bit. You know, I tweeted out on the 6th, what we should discuss on our next podcast. So I'm pretty sure the last recording was probably the 5th.
I need to know. Do you have like the list of things that we need to talk about?
Well, I mean, I just pulled it up right now. I found my tweet. But obviously the first one is this whole Chick Fil A in and out thing.
Yeah,
Because
we're gonna hammer
blew up.
that.
People were all over it.
We're gonna go ahead and hammer that because it's like we should really hit the most important topics first, right? And I feel like that's the most important one we got.
Yeah. Are we on it right now? Are we we're in this thing?
What do you mean,
Because there's that. There's I don't know.
dude? We're so in there.
Yeah. So obviously that is freaking one of the tops. Let's see what other ones I have here. The difference between umpires in baseball and refs in football and their effects on the game.
Ooh.
Decent.
Let
Pretty good one.
let me write that down. I didn't have that.
Write that down.
Nice.
Let me know when you got it. 'Cause I got another one.
Yeah. So
Or a
effects
favorite
on
non-baseball
refs.
athlete you try to imitate.
Yeah, I got that one. I remember that one.
And then this one's like a mentality one. Your mentality during a game, what you're processing.
Okay.
Should the MLB bring back the bullpen card?
Oh, I have that. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, I'm looking forward to dive into that one. Yeah. Okay. I have a few. I think we'll try to pick out the best ones. The one that I'm really looking forward to talking about with you, which is a very popular topic, especially now that DeMarcus Cousins is back, is the 2000 Lakers versus the 2018 Warriors.
Oh my gosh! Yes. Can we? We never discussed that.
No, I don't think we ever did.
Oh my god!
Or maybe we did, and now I'm
know.
just saying
No.
it's changed because
No,
DeMarcus is back.
I've got some heated arguments with like different people about that.
Well, you're probably going to get into
Like
one
I had to
with me,
walk
too.
out of my workout. Probably.
Yeah, because you're a pro Laker guy. But see, I'm NorCal, dude. It's funny because it's like there's so much
NorCal,
more to that.
SoCal, it's
I
on.
know. Oh, this will that'll be good. So all right. So you guys for the audience listening,
Yeah, well, that one and then another one. Wait, another one. The whole with this stretch that Harden is on. I do want to like how social media would have affected like how great Kobe's scoring stretches were and how great Jordan's scoring stretches were too, because obviously like every night, there's a huge blow up about, oh my God, he had 50, he had stats, this guy did this, and that wasn't around. So, but like obviously how great those guys were, but if if it was around during that time, do you think like if it would have affected that even more? And then the whole bogus thing that people are like, oh, Harden's a better scorer than Kobe. Yeah, don't even put them in the same sentence.
Oh man, I do like that one though, the social media thing.
Yeah, and then this is a very Rob question. Is a hot dog sandwich or not?
Oh my gosh, dude. Should that even be in there?
I don't know. I thought that was a Rob thing.
So the whole thing about the hot dog, dude, is like it's a hot dog, right? Like a hot dog has its own
It's a hot dog.
category.
It's in its of itself. Right.
Yeah, you
There's
don't go to a
nothing else in
sandwich
that
shop to
category.
order a hot dog.
Right. That's a very good point, because if it was a sandwich,
It would be at a sandwich shop.
then, wow,
Mind blown.
that's good.
You're welcome. Yeah, because if I go to
That's really
Subway, right, which I think a lot of people can agree that when they think of a sandwich place, Subway's
Right.
probably up at the top. Not saying that it's great, not saying it's bad. It's just probably up at the top of people's list. If I were to go to Subway, does Subway sell a hot dog? I don't think so.
No,
No.
it does not.
It's not a
Hot
$5.
dog is itself its own category.
I can't believe the first topic of today's show was hot dog as a sandwich or not.
Roll Tide.
Oh, okay. All right. Thanks for joining, everybody, and we'll see you next time.
This has been fun.
Oh man. Okay, but like I told you, dude, I have about 40, maybe a little less than 40 minutes. So we're gonna hammer as many topics. I will categorize them as far as most importance at the top. And like I said in the beginning of the show, I want to start with the In-N-Out versus Chick Fil A debate. And before we dive into this debate, Jack, I want to kind of set some boundaries. Now, are we talking about what is more delicious? Right?
What is better, In-N-Out or Chick Fil A?
Okay, so the argument is what is better. So, okay, that clears a lot of things up. All right, so let's dive in, man. Since you're
Is
the
there a difference
guest,
between better and more delicious?
yeah, I would say, because I think better.
Would your answer change?
Yeah, because here's my take. Ready? So better. I think you have to incorporate like food quality in there, and I think with more delicious, I think you throw food quality out the window, and you're solely basing the opinion off the taste buds. So I could say McDonald's 20-piece McNugget is delicious.
Actually, okay. Let me say this is where the conversation started. This is where the conversation started. If you could have, it wasn't a better, because they're completely different. But it was, if you could have one for the rest of your life, which would it be? Chick Fil A or In-N-Out?
Now you've changed the whole context of the topic right there, because now you're talking about if someone's a burger guy, if someone prefers burger over chicken, then obviously he's going to go burger route, and that doesn't even specify if he likes In-N-Out, right? So that kind of changes things too.
I know. That's how the conversation started. Was I got asked if you could have one for the rest of your life, and I was like, In-N-Out without question.
Yeah.
But even if I was discussing better, I would just go ahead and say In-N-Out. Totally biased.
Yeah. I mean, at least you specify.
But because if I had the choice to go, if you have an In-N-Out and a Chick Fil A right next to it, I'm gonna go to In-N-Out.
And then there's another layer to that, dude, is like, are you going to In-N-Out because it's restricted in certain parts of the world?
Well, whenever I find myself in Arizona, Texas, California, wherever there is an In-N-Out, but those are places that we play. Whenever we are in that state, I go to In-N-Out. Without question. Doesn't matter.
Are you the type of guy, and I will say, I'll go on record and say I'm totally like this, is wherever like you're planning a trip or like wherever you're going, is food of like high importance of where that destination is?
Oh, without question.
Yeah. Because
you need to have the best food.
Dude, I haven't been back home in a while, bro, and I am fiending for some freaking Flying Dutchman.
Ooh.
Hey, does Chick Fil A have a secret menu?
Does Chick Fil A have a secret menu? Not that I don't believe so.
Because I feel like that's the answer right there.
The secret menu?
Like, In-N-Out has a secret menu. You know how freaking dope that is?
This is my whole thing with In-N-Out. Is when you ask anybody from California or whatever, they're like, In-N-Out is just on, like, when we talk about it, it's just like, it's unbelievable. It's freaking amazing. Like, you have to have it when you come here. Yeah. And it can never live up to the hype because of where the hype is at.
You're so right, yeah. Yeah.
And it's like, and I'm going to go on record and say, it's probably not the best hamburger I've ever had in my life. Probably not.
Mm-hmm.
But I know that when I need something and I want if I want a combination of burger, fries, and whatever else, if I want to go get a little shake, like I'm really feeling myself that day, I know I'm going to get freaking great quality In-N-Out, and I can get it from 11 in the morning until about 2 o'clock at night. Or 2 in the morning. 11 in the morning until, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I just feel like In-N-Out, it's just...
Chick Fil A is not open past 10.
Oh, yeah, and they're not even open Sunday.
And they're not open Sunday. I mean, you got a whole day without Chick Fil A.
Yeah,
Goodness.
I agree with you, man. I think In-N-Out is just like, you know what you're getting every time. And I think you hit it on the head with the whole living up to the hype thing, because, and it's not like the Cali kids' fault, right? I feel like we do hype it up like we're doing right now.
100%.
But like, I mean, we have to, because we are completely honest individuals, and we're not going to sit there and lie to the audience, right? So
yeah,
I mean that's.
And then so the argument that was made to me for Chick Fil A was, they start bringing up breakfast, and they're like, Chick Fil A has more options. You can get a salad, you can get a grilled chicken sandwich, you can get this, and I just sat and I was like, I can't even count those as options, because when I think of Chick Fil A, what am I going to go get? Odds are I'm going to get a spicy chicken sandwich. And I think about my main order at Chick Fil A, my main order at In-N-Out. Chick Fil A may have more options, but how many times am I actually going to get breakfast at Chick Fil A?
Yeah.
Maybe once a year. Therefore, when I am doing this conversation, I don't even count that in the discussion.
Yeah. No, I mean, I agree with you, man. And I'm not a very, what are those indecisive people? The people that kind of go to a place like that and will sit and like look at the menu and try to decide. I think actually In-N-Out, I would say you put them above Chick Fil A in that regards, because it takes a lot of those indecisions away, and it just says, hey, we're freaking In-N-Out. This is what we have. It's quality as F, and you don't need to sit there and think about what you want.
Except for the secret menu.
Right.
But that's why you have to go with somebody so you know the secret menu.
Yeah, that's been a topic on the show before. I will say though, like I think with just a human being in general, when you simplify things, I think their experience is better. Would you agree?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. That's just that's my take.
I will say one thing about Chick Fil A: you do get your order real quick.
Yeah, and they're super nice. They like bring it out to you, and yeah.
Oh yeah,
that is a good quality.
They hire the right people.
Where do you?
They're doing it right.
Let's talk about this though, real quick. Staying on the subject, is like, who has a better milkshake?
Chick Fil A.
Yeah, no, I would agree with that. I would.
Yeah.
Chick Fil A milkshake.
Chick Fil A has a better. Chick Fil A has a better milkshake. Yeah, they do. But
they have Chick Fil A sauce too, which is, oh man, Chick Fil A sauce.
The In-N-Out has spread.
Spread is good. Yeah, a little bit too much pickle for me sometimes. Well, I'm just saying. I mean, I'm a guy that gets I get spread only. That's my go-to. You know,
Ooh.
I just get spread only. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it's tough,
right.
dude. Like I'll say for the listeners that I know that are probably just sitting there thinking like, well, it's two Cali kids, right? Like, well, no duh, they're gonna say this. Like, I completely understand where we come from, and like I think we said it even before we started the conversation was that we are biased, but that doesn't mean that doesn't go to say that we don't enjoy Chick Fil A. Like, I'll be honest, dude. I freaking love Chick Fil A.
Yeah. I mean, it's like absolutely. I mean, it's like me talking about Kobe. I always say I am biased on this topic. So, yeah.
I mean, I feel like as a podcaster, you get more respect when you clarify the you being biased. You know, so I feel like we check that box, so we're good. But yeah, that's our wrap on the In-N-Out Chick-fil-A debate. You know, obviously the context changes a little bit depending on what the particular question is. I feel like we did a good job on kind of hitting all avenues of that. So, you know, I think the audience knows our take. We'll have to, when we do release this episode, man, you'll have to do like a Twitter poll, just to see.
Poll?
Yeah. You know, have you ever done a Twitter poll?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah.
I did one on, after the, I've done two recently. One was post national championship game, and I said, you know, Trevor Lawrence or Deshaun Watson, and the people, like, for some reason said Trevor Lawrence, and I'm just like, this is a prisoner of their own decision. But, you know, your choice. And then, you know, we had your choice. You're wrong, but okay, you know. And then I put one up of my team or Dex's team in basketball. You know.
Oh, that's something.
The whole thing is completely blown up.
Holy heck.
Completely blown up.
Holy heck. Let me go ahead and throw that on the top of the old list of topics to hit on. Yeah, what the heck? I want to dive into that right now, Jack. What's going on? Hey,
right.
Give the audience kind of the baseline of how it started and then where it goes from there.
I was on a podcast with Chris Raby and Mike Claiborne, who are the two media guys with the Cardinals, and we were talking about, you know, pitchers as athletes, and I'm like, yeah, you know, we're the best athletes, like, without question. Like, obviously Wayno jokes about it, you know, whenever somebody gets a hit, drives somebody in, it's like, best athletes on the field, boys. Yo,
Pro, my power just went out.
No way.
So it just, I mean, it's on now, obviously, but like it just went phew, and then whoop. So shoot, man, I apologize, but to continue where we left off, you were saying that Wayno jokes about being the best athletes. So go ahead and keep going from there.
So Chris starts on the podcast, starts asking, you know, in a sport other than baseball, who would win? The pitchers or position players? And I said the pitchers, 100%, without question. I said we're winning. I said even if we played a baseball game, you put us on two different teams. I said we're winning. I said baseball, basketball, football, we're winning. And I was just super confident about it. And then it blew up, and then Dex messaged me and he said, seriously, like, you guys think you'd win? And I said, yes. In a basketball game, 5-on-5, like, we're winning. We're more athletic. We're taller. We're bigger. Yeah, we're winning. And then we exchanged teams, and, you know, now the teams have been released about what we discussed. And so, yeah.
When you say Dex, who do you mean?
Fowler, Dexter Fowler. Sorry.
Yeah, I knew it. I just didn't know if the audience is going to know that. So can we clarify what the teams were?
Let me pull it up really quick. But Dex on Fowler, he had him. Here, I got it right here. He had him, Jed, Paul, Drew Robinson, and Colton Wong. I had me, Johnny Gant, Miles Michaelis, Mike Mayers, and then I originally put Ponce. That the fifth spot. There's a couple of guys that could go into it. It's whether you want Ponce, Hicks is a wild card. Waka and Wayno are both 6'6", 6'7". Andrew Miller 6'7". It depends on what kind of route we want to go there. Alex Reyes.
I saw Reyes hit you back with that.
Drano.
Drano, dude.
He said I need a spot on the team. I was like, dude, you got me. So I need your professional evaluation of these two teams, since you do know most of these players.
Well, I want to start by apologizing that I'm not there anymore, man.
Oh well, I mean, if you were on the team, it'd be a wrap.
I want to ask. What's G? What's Gomber thinking about all this?
G was pissed that I put Ponce on the team over him.
Oh gosh, dude, I bet he's never going to forget that.
Oh no, Ponce, and I said, and we took into account that there's a ceiling in our weight room in St. Louis that's like 11 feet high, and there's probably 6 pitchers that have touched the ceiling. Gomber not being one of them, Ponce being one of them. So that kind of weighed the decision, and Ponce is a better athlete. So
dude, Ponce is a freak athlete.
Yeah. So I was like, all right, Ponce, you're on the team.
Do you remember like the?
Do you think I made the wrong decision?
No, I wouldn't say wrong. I don't know. It's tough, but do you remember in camp that year when I was kind of like telling everyone who they reminded me of shot wise, and like I told Ponce that he looked like DeRozan. I said DeRozan.
Oh, good call.
And then we got super upset because I told him to shoot like Rondo.
Yeah, he got so
mad. Oh man, good times. Well, I call it how I see it, man.
I know you do. Do you remember what my comp was? Because I have no idea.
That's exactly what I was just thinking about. Was like I can visualize your shot in my head. Get like a kind of a slow. Got like a slow upbringing and then pretty quick trigger. Let me sit on that. I'll write that down. I'll probably get it to you by the end of the show. But I do remember your shot. So yeah, to ask me who I would pick. Oh no, you asked me who would win, right? Tell me Fowler's team again.
It's him, Jerko, Paul. This guy, Drew Robinson. And
I know Drew, yeah. I played against him.
Colton. Yeah. I said I didn't know enough about him. I played against him, but I know he's a good athlete.
You said Colton?
Yeah.
And, I mean, you guys have size.
I mean, yeah. I know we do.
you have good size. And you have, like, the size that you have can run the floor. I know Jerko's a really good athlete. I mean, I watched him play a lot of table tennis that spring.
He's a good. He can shoot. Yeah.
Have you guys all gone to the gym like and shot around before?
No. I just know Jed can shoot. Huh. I know that much. My original question was Paul. Like, why? I love Paul, but why Paul?
I want to know too.
And then, right?
Do you remember when Fowler came up to me that morning and was like asking me if I could ball?
Yeah.
Were you there?
I remember. I remember hearing about him asking you. I don't know if I was there.
I thought that was so funny, dude, because I was like, I don't know which route to take here, because I was like, I don't want to be like the cocky, conceited, like, yeah, I'm probably the best in this clubhouse because it was my first spring training, and like,
you definitely are.
I was like, who knows, what people will think of me. But I also didn't want to be like, oh, no, whoever told you that was wrong. Man.
Yeah, but Paul, and Dex, and what I've heard is that Paul's best sport in high school was basketball, and I just questioned that.
Well, did you talk to Paul
I feel bad
about
because I haven't. I feel bad because I've given Paul a lot of heat on this because I've talked about him as my big question mark in about 6 or 7 interviews when I've been asked about this.
Oh,
Paul's
Christ.
got a lot of heat in this.
I mean, he's
love him.
athletic, you know? He's not tall, though, right? He's like 6 foot.
Yeah, 6 foot, 6'1". We got all the height. I mean,
Dude,
and then you got Johnny.
I'm surprised you didn't go Wayno, honestly.
So, I went with Miles, who's a good 6'5".
Yeah.
Gant's 6'5".
Gant.
Myers is 6'3".
Have you seen Gant on
I'm
the court?
6'4". Gant can ball.
He can?
He's a good athlete, whether or not, there's a jumper there. Myers can shoot. I've seen Myers on the court.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I mean, and then if you bring in a bench, like we just go 6-7 across the board.
Right. I think yeah, you should keep it at starting 5. I think the argument, the conversation's better when you just talk starting 5 because the bench will just like confuse everything. Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't say Wayno. I think Wayno would be a good, obviously team chemistry guy. 5th guy. Put him in the paint. I don't think he'd be a terrible mismatch on the defensive end, but I think he would create a pretty decent mismatch on the offensive end.
Yeah.
I think he's very well coordinated.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I mean, all right. I'm going to go ahead and say on record, Jack, I disagree. I love Ponce. I don't have him in my 5.
Okay, you'd have Wayne over Ponce.
I'd have Wayno over Ponce. Yeah, Wayno or Waka, like you said. I'd have to.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'd have to do a little scouting in the rec league. Because I mean, here's the thing, right? Like you gotta have a guy that's is able to run the floor as well. And I mean, when talking you're big, even if you go. I mean, who would their big be? I guess Fowler would be their tallest guy, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he'd be running point. See, they create a huge disadvantage. I mean, no offense to Jerko and Wong, but they're I think they're under 6 feet, right?
On the defense. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I mean, so for me, it's like, okay, yeah, they do present a little bit of a we're at a little bit of a disadvantage defensively, maybe like keeping up with a guy like Wong, but I wouldn't say keeping up with Jerko or keeping up with Drew or keeping up with Paul. And I mean, we definitely force them to shoot.
Yeah, I think you guys create a better mismatch, though. You know what I mean? In regards to like who's got the bigger mismatch, it would be you versus them.
Oh yeah, we're getting easy shots in the paint all day.
Yeah, and I think you guys have enough athletes too. I love how we're getting like super analytical with this like funny topic, but
we have the best athletes.
Yeah, that's funny how that blew up. I did see that. I did see it blow up. I didn't
completely blown up. I love it.
So that was on a podcast.
Yeah,
I have to link that podcast in the show notes so people that don't know about it can get familiar with it. What podcast was it?
Chris Raby. I would have to find the name of it.
Yeah, well, just shoot me the link when we get off here.
All right.
That's funny. That's a lot of pressure on you to pick 5.
I know. It's whatever.
You probably have some guys.
But I will say, and I've said, I've said this before, is that the pitchers being the better athletes is on a team by team basis. I don't think that every team would fall into that category.
Sure.
I just would take our team.
Oh, so that got misinterpreted too, right? Because I think I saw something that said that you said all pitchers.
I had a few people texting me. I had Trevor Plouffe, who's been with multiple organizations, saying pitchers are not better athletes, and he started texting me, in a pitchers versus all position players game. He's like, in a football game, he's like in a basketball game, who's covering Stanton? Who's guarding Judge? Who's covering Billy Hamilton? in football. And I was like, hang on. Nobody's covering them in anything. I said it's a team-by-team basis. If you have guys like Stanton and Judge on your team, the position players are going to be better athletes, without question.
Dude, that Yankees basketball team.
Dude, that'd be crazy. You'd have Stanton, Judge, Voit would sit on the bench. Shirtless. He'd sit on the bench shirtless with a tan.
Yeah, of course. Good hair.
Yeah, just the great hair flowing,
And then they have
hey, but I mean,
who's there? They have an outfielder. Gosh, darn it! Now I can't. I'm drawing a blank. Williams, right? No. Who?
Hicks?
Yeah.
Aaron Hicks?
Yeah. I think he was a basketball player, right?
Very good athlete, yeah.
I might be thinking of a different guy, but I'm pretty sure it was Hicks. That was like...
You do have some size, though, in that bullpen to go... You do have some size in that bullpen to go against them. I don't know what else Aroldis can play, but he's not a small dude. Betances is a big dude.
I've seen Aroldis. There's a video of Chapman out there dunking.
Oops.
It's just that I posted a thing on my Instagram the other day, and I got kind of I didn't get a lot of heat for it, but like there were some people that were kind of turning heads, and they I posted I think all pitchers over 6 feet tall should be able to dunk a basketball.
Yeah, I commented on it. I said, yeah, it's light work, and I almost went to the gym right then and there to go dunk and then leave. It didn't happen, but
just drop the ball.
I was very close. Yeah, I was very close to doing that.
Yeah, I just feel like it's a necessary thing. Like if it's the dunk in basketball is like the home run, in baseball, or the 90-mile-an-hour pitch in baseball. I think it's like one of those things that you can always shoot towards, in the specific sport. And I mean, not even to mention like the athletic ability that is required to dunk a basketball and the forces that you have to apply throughout your body to dunk a basketball. Like I think it's very equivalent to when you're pitching, as far as like force application and stuff goes. Oh. Yeah, good stuff. Yeah. Dude, so to be completely honest with you, man, this is going to be the last subject. We'll have to jump on here again soon as possible.
That's totally fun.
Yeah, as soon as possible, man. But let's go ahead and talk about. We can kind of mold these different types into one topic, but Harden's stretch right now, to put it into a number, his last 5 games, 52.2 points per game, and then we can blend that with the effects on social media, kind of blowing up that, making it perceive maybe better than others that played in an era of non-social media.
Right.
All right. Where do you stand on Harden's stretch, man?
I mean, it's unbelievable. But the other thing that I will say on it, which I do need to find the actual stats. So it's what Harden like. So obviously, he passed Kobe for the record for most consecutive 30-point games. I think that stretch is still going. He's been unbelievable. What he's done, I'm always going to respect for what he's doing. Mm-hmm. Like, he's going out putting up numbers. They're winning too. That's the other thing is like, he's putting up numbers. He's doing his thing, but they're winning. If they weren't winning, then it would be like, who cares? Right. He's doing what he has to do to win. But this is a crazy thing. In 06, Kobe averaged 35. He has literally some crazy runs, and I'm actually going to find that too. But this I just saw today. It says 15 years ago, only 2 teams averaged 100-plus points per game. This season, all 30 teams are scoring over 100 points per contest.
Oh, gosh, I love that stat.
So, for me, it's like, well, scoring numbers are up. Is it impressive? Absolutely. Is it as impressive as take Kobe's? No, but, again, still biased. Kobe's my guy. You look at there's another thing of basically 200 points over a 4-game span, and there's only 2 guys on the list, and it's Kobe and it's Harden. And Kobe's on it, I think, 4 times in a 2-year stretch, and Kobe was on it, and then Harden was on it, and Kobe had like the top 3, and yeah, I mean it's just he averaged 56. Kobe averaged 56 in a week. He had this 81-point game. He had all this stuff, and it wasn't and this is something that me and one of my best friends, like we've always talked about, is like, could you imagine social media when Kobe was playing and when Micah was playing, and I'll even say like T-Mac, but the numbers that they would put up, you see it today. Somebody goes out and has, he had 30, he had this. Clay had 48 points on 4 dribbles, which is unbelievable.
That's
he did a new thing every night. It's like blowing all this stuff. That's unbelievable what he did, by the way. Yeah. I don't know if it was 48, but whatever it was.
I think it was 48.
But that'd be impressive if I knew that. But I'm just like, if that was around, then I mean, people would respect them even more. It'd be crazy. Every night it'd be something crazy, kind of like it is right now. And the other thing I look at is the 61-point game, Madison Square Garden. I had this conversation. He was able to put up 61 while shooting 5 of 20 from 3.
I love that. I saw your tweet.
He was 5 of 20 from 3. I'm doing this off the top of my head. 22 of 25 from the free throw line.
Yep.
And he shot 18 2-pointers. He shot about 38 times.
He shot more threes than the next guy on the team, Eric Gordon, shot field goals.
Yes.
That was. You know what? All right. So are you done? Because I'm gonna go off.
Yeah, I believe so.
All right.
Go ahead.
A couple different points I want to hit on, but first thing, while we're on that subject of that 61, is like, what impresses me the most about Harden, and I know the TNT crew talked about this as well, is what he's doing as far as like obviously the stat line and everything, but he's doing that with like his workload, bro, is unreal. And
his usage.
Dude, his usage is unreal. How about the stat about he scored X amount of points the last 3 games and not one of them's been assisted? That killed me. Like, he had X amount of field goals and not one of them came off an assist from one of his teammates. But
yeah.
With that being said, his usage, like what he's doing, and I think almost every single game someone says like, oh, he's going to get tired, he's going to wear down, he's going to lose his legs. And I know it's a short stretch, but homeboy's not, dude. And I mean, the big underlying question is can he keep it up, right? Like, can he keep it up all season?
Yeah.
I think that's where we can have obviously a different topic another day on that. But you bring a good point, man, with the social media thing, because I remember when I was a kid, like all we had really with Kobe was NBA.com,
SportsCenter.
And yeah, NBA.com and SportsCenter. I remember like
That's
always,
when SportsCenter was crazy.
Yeah, I remember always like loving that. And obviously, like the access you had to it, you had to like go watch it or like do your own research. But now it's like you get a notification on your phone if someone's blowing up, right? Or if Harden's having 61, like,
oh yeah,
it's on your phone. And I think which brings more awareness, which brings more conversation, which brings more debate, and obviously the implementation of all these talk shows and the accessibility to those, which brings it a more bigger point. And I think you're right, man. I think like that kind of overshadows what other players back then did because of
and it makes it seem even it makes what Harden is doing seem like they start comparing it. I mean, Kobe had a 50-point game. He had 4 games of 50 in a row where he went 65, 50, 60 and 50 in a row. So just like imagine that with social media right now. Like people would be like, this guy is, which is what they were saying. It just wasn't on social media. There wasn't all these same talk shows, and it was just like what he did was. He put up 62 in 3 quarters,
dude, and he was doing it. The stat that you had about the team points per game, I never really even thought of that. But you got to add into, obviously there's a ton of different variables, and I think you and I both are aware of that, so we don't even have to dive into it. But the fact that he was doing it when these teams like weren't putting up 120 a night. So I think that obviously makes it a lot more impressive, to me.
And for me, that's the biggest thing is that, that's the biggest thing for me is it's just like, yeah, he did it when, if you put up 100, it was like, oh damn.
Yeah.
And now it's kind of the opposite, but, yeah, and it's also the other interesting thing to me is that it's gonna be interesting come MVP time because
oh jeez, he'll get it. He'll get it again.
Well, but here's my thing is the reason he will get it will be interesting because right now he's averaging more points than Kobe was when he went on this stretch in 06, 07 when he averaged 35.
He's at 36 and
I'm pretty sure it was like
right?
35, 5, and 5.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't think it's going to stay there. I think it's going to go down. If it doesn't, I mean, shoot. Good for him.
Do you know when Chris Paul's coming back?
Kobe lost. Huh?
When's Chris Paul coming back and Capella?
I'm not sure.
Well, yeah, it'll go down.
So, but I think it's going to go down. And so if say he finishes at like 34, 7 and whatever, it's going to depend on a lot of these teams' records because the thing is what's happened in Golden State is, the MVP, when Kobe did this, it went to Steve Nash because he was the best player on the best team.
Yeah.
And led them to X amount of wins. But what you have in Golden State now is that as the best team, none of those guys are going to get it because not that they're all one and the same, but they're all on the same team. You can't differentiate one guy. Like obviously, when Steph goes out, they're not the same without him, and like you could make an argument for Steph. But at the same time, when you have KD on the same team, it's you can't really give it to one guy over the other.
They did it for LBJ in Miami.
Yeah, but it was. Yeah, but Wade's numbers weren't where like the comparison with KD and Steph.
Well, no, it wasn't like. You look at Wade's first year in that 2011 season. And Wade's was still hitting like a 25 a game night, I think, right? Like he was still mid 20s. Yeah, and I want to say so. LBJ won it in 12 and 13, right?
But he didn't win it in 11.
No, he didn't.
That's when Rose won it.
No, I know. I'm saying, but when he did win it that next year, because he won it in 2012 and 13, right? Or was it just 12 or was it just 13?
Yes.
I don't
12
remember.
and 13. 12 and 13.
But like Wade was still around 20.
Yeah, but him being around 20 versus having all these guys put up 25, 27.
Yeah.
I just don't think any of those guys will get it. And then, you have Giannis and you have Kawhi. Like, their team's records are going to have to be so good.
Yeah, Kawhi misses too many games.
And Kawhi's missing too many games. So it's really like and LeBron's already missed too many games.
Yeah.
But, people are going to make an argument for him because he's going to come back. They're going to start winning again. They're going to say, that's value right there. That's value right there. And I'm just going to sit here and be like, you guys just stop.
Here's the thing, man, is like
Just stop.
I'm with you as far as that whole Kobe debate when he didn't get MVP and Nash did. But I think the NBA changed once they gave Westbrook that MVP. And it almost perceives as it's literally just stat line now.
But my thing with my thing with Westbrook is he literally had a historic season.
Yeah, I mean, wouldn't you
Like
say
what
Harden's
Harden's
would
doing
be
is
historic?
Great. Not, I mean, historic as in he averaged a triple-double first, and there's only been one other player in history.
Right.
Or I don't know if it's one other player, but
Yeah,
literally hadn't been done since Oscar.
Yeah.
Like that is a historic, and I don't know who came in second that year.
Which year?
Russ.
Gosh darn it. I just thought of it. I know, well, wasn't like LBJ.
Was it Harden?
It was, no, because Harden came in second the year Curry won it for his first and second time, I think. Right? Are we both Googling this at the same time?
Yeah. I don't even know what year that was.
That was 2017.
Yeah.
So 2017 MVP race. NBA.
17.
So Kyrie, no, it was that's freaking 2018.
Harden finished second, yeah. Kawhi was third.
Well,
So you look at Harden. What are you saying? Like why Harden?
no, well, I'm saying like, so Harden must have finished second like 3 or 4 years in a row.
Yeah. He's put up numbers every year, like 100%. But
Dude, he's gonna get it again. They're 100%.
well, my thing is like he, like Russ got it, but the other guy was Harden, and I'm not sure. I 2017. I mean, like that would be Steph, or LeBron, but like
I mean, there could be an argument for LeBron every year.
Well, obviously, there's always an argument for it. I mean, if you're the quote unquote best player in the world, you always have an argument.
Yeah. Yeah, good stuff, man. Well, like I said, sorry, I gotta run, but always love talking to you. And as soon as we can do this again, man, let's freaking hit it up because I think we only got to like 5 topics. All right, man. Well,
a lot to go through.
Yeah, at least we clarified. That a freaking hot dog is a hot dog and not a sandwich.
Oh, what a start!
Oh man. All right, Jack. Well, much love, brother, and we'll talk soon.
For sure, dude. Talk to you soon.
All right. Love you. Bye. All right, folks. That will be another episode of If It's Fair, It's Gone with my boy, Jack Flaherty. Jack and I are going to try to hammer out as many as we can, but obviously he's going to spring training, and we'll see. But thanks for listening, and hope you have a great rest of your day, and we'll talk to you next time we hop on the mics. See you.